to say. Time for our final topic of the day. Lamar Jackson put on a show yesterday. Lamar threw for over 300 yards with 5 touchdowns, only 3 incomplete passes to lead the Ravens to a 59-10 win over the Dolphins. Lamar jokingly said his performance was, quote, not bad for a running back. I like that.
Love that.
After the blowout, several Miami players reportedly told their agents to request trades, but guys, still 59 points is a 59 points. So, Shannon, how surprised were you by Lamar Jackson's performance?
I was surprised that he threw the ball that well. Now, I don't think he's this good of a passer, but I do believe he's much improved over what he was last year, Skip. Before we go any further, maybe Brian Flores can play some Jay-Z songs to see if his team can handle adversity.
Like that?
Yeah.
Touche.
Yeah. Skip, look, he was phenomenal yesterday. Hollywood Brown played 14 snaps, targeted 5 times, 4 catches, $147, and 2 touchdowns. Skip, let's be real. He's not going to throw the ball like this every game. But if he can throw the ball better than what he threw it last year with his ability to run the ball and make people miss, and they can run, and they're going to play defense. Now, the one thing you know about the Ravens, they're going to play defense. Their defense will keep them in a lot of ball games. But if he can throw the ball markedly better than what he threw it last year, this could be a dangerous team. While we were talking about Pittsburgh and Cleveland, the purple and black, not to be messed with now.
Yeah, you're right.
They will be dangerous. Just for perspective, Miami has completely mutinied.
Yes.
They quit yesterday. So,
Well, they said that, Skip, if he traded a tackle, there was going to be a mutiny.
quit.
Yeah.
Now they're all asking for trades, and it's the ugliest situation.
It is.
Not in the NFL and pro sports right now is that situation. But still, the shock to me is Lamar ran 3 times for 6 yards. I thought he was going to run 20 times for 105 yards, right? Because that's what they did last year.
Right.
And I guess they thought we don't need him to run against this defense. But the beauty of what he did yesterday was he threw deep balls to Hollywood Brown at night. Jenny and I know.
I'm so happy
listen,
for this
listen. This kid can flat out fly.
Yes.
And he kind of went OU yesterday because Mark Andrews, the tight end, caught a bunch of balls. So
Yes.
those two are going to make Lamar's life a lot easier.
Right.
And it's not the prettiest pass that he throws, but he's got a strong arm,
Yes.
and it gets where it's supposed to go.
He threw it great yesterday.
He threw it
Skip.
great.
He had zip,
Yeah.
he had zip on the
Zip
ball
on
and
it,
everything.
He threw
Yes.
the deep balls and hit him right in stride.
But 59 points, Skip. 59, you give up 59 points at home. There's only like 45 people in the stands, and they were family members.
And now Antonio Brown gets to go home to
Family
Miami,
members.
right?
Oh,
New England.
reigning Super Bowl champs. While they continued right where they left off last season, Brady showed no signs of aging with over 300 yards passing and 3 touchdowns in the 33-3 win over the Steelers. All of this without newly signed All-Pro wide receiver Antonio Brown. And according to Fox Bet, the Patriots are by far the favorites to win the Super Bowl at 4-1, with the Chiefs behind that at 15-2. Skip, are the Patriots now a lock to win the Super Bowl?
I fear, Mr. Sharp, they are less of a lock today than they were last night after the game that I watched. I just believe Antonio Brown is now a lost cause. I believe he's gone over the edge into egomania and cannot be reeled back in. I know that Belichick and Brady are both watch this guys. They love to say, okay, watch this. You think we can't? Watch what we can do. I think this is the one player who will test their system to the point that he breaks their system, and that they're going to have to cut bait with him at some point, and that when he doesn't make enough catches, he'll start making waves.
Right.
And when he makes waves, I assume he's on maybe not zero tolerance. Maybe Belichick could give him 1 slip up, be 7 minutes late to a walkthrough, or miss one altogether. Would he let him go 1 time?
What about that practice? What about that practice? Don't even come to practice.
Does he do it that way?
I'm good today.
I don't know. I still can't believe Belichick gave him $10 million because I don't think he needed to give him $10 million. I believe Antonio wanted to try to come there and be a star on the best team. But I believe he's more about starring than winning.
Yes.
Because the key here is, do you really believe he'll just snap his fingers, Antonio, and he'll say, okay, I'm going to be a model citizen for the whole rest of this year, all the way through the Super Bowl? Will he say, okay, I'm good to be a quiet cog? Will he say, I'm going to let them teach me how to be a winning football player?
Right.
The way you were?
Right.
No.
No.
I just don't see it.
Guys don't want to become cogs when they still believe they're in the prime of their career.
Yeah.
Skip, still believes if he's not the best, he believes he's a top 3 receiver. He, Julio, D-Hop, one of those guys, he feels he's in that mix. Those guys are not, I ain't cog. No. I'm not a tire, I'm an engine. And that's the way he feels.
Yep, okay. So the first bad sign was he posted on Instagram yesterday sort of a caricature of himself sitting on a giant pile of money, greenbacks.
Yeah.
And the caption was, "The Patriot Way." That's the worst thing. That's the worst message you could send to Coach Belichick right now. That's the first indication of, no, not going to work, right? He's signaling them. He's telegraphing, I got my money, and now I'm your biggest star.
I want to see. Because for the longest time, even when he said if somebody signs him, they're going to have to do things his way. They're going to have to play on his terms. I'm more than a football player. I'm a real person. So if you want to do business with AB, you're going to have to do things AB way. Well, that's the guy right there to put that theory to the test. Now, you say you're going to do things your way. You did things your way in Pittsburgh until they said, you know what? We can't stomach this anymore. And you tried to do things your way in Oakland. And Oakland let you get away with it. They said, you know what? We're creating a monster that if we let this guy get this guaranteed money, Skip, he might not show up until Sunday. Man, we just got to go ahead and even then, Skip, he issued a heartfelt apology. It was reported that he issued a heartfelt apology.
Oh, true.
Now, $30 million will make you give it a lot of apologies. $30 million will make you do a lot of things. But anyway.
You mean to Oakland?
Yeah, to Oakland.
I thought he apologized to the team.
Yeah, yes. With Derek Carr and some of the captains behind him, supporting him. And then he gets a call from Coach Gruden that night. He releases that on his YouTube channel. And then he celebrates, I'm free. When he learns he's been released.
I know.
I'm free. That's what's in the locker room right now. Skip, there's no such thing in sports as a lot. Because there's too many things that can go on. First of all, let's start with this guy. He's in that locker room now. And he's just, at any given moment, he had one of those days. Tom didn't throw him but 3 targets, and boom. You know, Josh Gordon, we wish him well. But what we've seen over the last couple of years, Skip, that's still a very likely impossibility.
Yeah.
Now, we don't wish that on him, but we just got to deal with the issues as we see them right now. Tom Brady is 42. He's playing unbelievable. Knock on wood, nothing happens to him, Skip. But you know injuries. What? Nick Foles, we're going to talk about that, Skip. Just, come on, how many guys got sacked yesterday, Skip? Got right back up and played the next series, the next snap. Well, Nick Foles took a hit, and he's going to be gone at the bare minimum 6 to 8 weeks. Because I had that injury. I had a compound fracture.
Did you?
I missed the last 12 weeks. So
I guess Nick Foles is tougher than you, right?
well, they thought that it would heal quicker if they didn't put a pin. See, I believe they're going to go in and they're going to put a pin in here, maybe put a plate over it. So we'll see how that turns out. Skip, there's too many things, but looking at it from what I just saw yesterday, the one team that can match them offense for offense is Kansas City. Skip, Kansas City's loaded. With those weapons, now, my homeboy ticked me off yesterday because he tried that no-look bull jive. He had Travis Kelce wide open for a touchdown, Skip, and he's looking like this, and he throws it over his head. Why? Skip, look, we practice one-hand catches in practice, but in the game, it called for 2 hands unless absolutely necessary. There was no reason for him to look this way and throw that way. He could have just looked because Kelce was wide open. That was risky. That's the only team, Skip, I believe, that possesses the firepower offensively. Because at the end of the day, Skip, you can play outstanding defense. Tom Brady's gonna get 20. He's gonna get 24 points. And if you have to go there, that's the bare. You're gonna have to probably get to 27 in order to beat them. Kansas City has that kind of firepower. It'll be without Tyreek for a couple of, but Sammy Watkins is special. And lo and behold, guess what? Buffalo couldn't use him, but the Chiefs found a good use for old Shady McCoy. Didn't he look good yesterday, Skip?
He did.
And they got Williams, so they got Kelce. Hartman, even though he didn't have a big day, but you know it's just a matter of time. And Andy, the plays they were coming up with, how they found a way. I'm like, has Sammy Watkins wide open on a wheel route. Of all the people on the field, Skip, you leave that guy uncovered?